Hello. Hey everyone, welcome to the Retro Rhino stream. I'm your host, Retro Rhino. We're going to be animating again today. We're coloring Orihime. So we're pretty much close to done on her. But after that, I'll review the opening and go over some scenes that perhaps could use some enhancing or redoing. And today's first person to comment in the stream is Remy Shotunde. Okay, so we're doing good. How's everyone's days going? Oh. I should probably close off the line art here. And then around here, I can do that. That's her shoulder, so we don't want that. It's been alright. How about you? I'm doing pretty good, Amias. Thank you for asking. There we are. That's looking pretty good. I don't even have closing gaps on, so this is very good. I won't have to fix any of this, thankfully. How about you? Like I said, I'm doing pretty good, Ichihara. I'm hoping you're enjoying your day. What am I doing here? Okay, I'm gonna probably have to fix this up a little bit. It's kinda weird what's happening in this frame, but I think it shouldn't be too weird if it goes by fast enough. And black lines. And more black lines. And more black lines. There we are. And we'll go back to blue. Well, hello, Bubble Buddy. Hello. Hey Ryan, how are things? How's the editing for the opening coming along? It's coming along. It will. I need to contact my friend Opunu to do that. He will be mainly in charge. And then it should head over to our dear friend, Soul Madness, also known as Soup Madness. Here we are. Those are decent colors. Oh my gosh. Maybe went a little overboard. That's fine. It's kind of funny, actually. Okay, so we'll start shading her teeth. Hey, Dunk, that's great. Thank you so much. I'm glad I know I know that. Now, okay, super healthy. Okay. There you go. It's not super noticeable, but it's still good. She's got a good smile. I think I should have her open her mouth a little bit more here. Or at least we'll grab some lines here and make it look like she's about to open her mouth. There we go. Alright, now we'll add the shading to the rest of her face. Yeah, looks really good with the shading. How have you been, Tensa? Tensa, how have you been? And hello, Ruki-Rin-chan. I saw your comments on a few of the videos. I tried to reply. I know I'm just gonna like spend an hour and reply to literally almost every comment on my YouTube. Running out of things to do in Breath of the Wild, and once I finish all the interesting side quests. Oh. I don't know, like I haven't finished the game myself. I've kind of scratched the surface a little bit. I don't know, just hearing about that just stresses me out. Hearing that you can get bored of the game, because it's currently one of my favorite games. I think I just shouldn't hold it up on a high pedestal, because then I'll be sad once I don't feel the same way about it anymore. Why does this not work? Alright, scratch that. There we are. Okay. Do the Rudo quests first. Yeah, I was doing Ruda. Isn't it Ruda? But anyway, don't put spoilers here. It'll keep you busy for a very long time. Yeah. Are you saying, oh, Kingdom Hearts will? Okay, I see. Looking nice, Retro. Thank you. Are there any things that you guys are excited for that are coming up? Like releases, that kind of thing? I went to Best Buy a while ago and I saw this really fun looking game. It was like a pirate ship game. Like you could get on a pirate ship with your friends and then battle each other, and then your ship could actually sink if you lose. And but the game doesn't end. Like they're just kind of stuck in the water, and you can kind of just shoot them as sitting ducks in the water. And I don't know. It just looks like the perfect. It just looks so much fun, and it was like a bunch of friends, and they were laughing a lot. I kind of want to know what it was called. Bet you, no, knowing how things are these days, it was probably called like Pirates or something like that. Like movies, TV, games. Yeah, sure, all three. Holidays are coming up for me. Ooh, good. Ah. Do people get hyped when they're like... I've never really played a remastered game. I don't play enough games. I just play a select few games a lot. You know, I actually played a little bit of... My older sister bought the Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid 5, and I played a little bit of it last night. I'll be honest, lots of cinematics. Oh my gosh, but I think Metal Gear Solid 4 actually holds the record for the longest cutscene in a video game. I think it's got like 90 minutes of cutscenes or something like that, and a cutscene that's like 30 minutes long without a break, like no breaks between. And but I didn't like the controls once I got into the free world. It's like the shooting, the aim and shoot thing was kind of hard. It was just like, ugh, and There's no jumping, which is not, it's not like I expected jumping. Like a little hop maybe, but I don't know. I didn't like the controls. I never complain about controls, but I didn't like the controls. Are you talking about Sea of Thieves? Perhaps I am. Hoo. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Definitely excited for that. Hoo. Bye, Jamie. Or bye, Jake. And Jamie, Jake says bye to you. So, understand. I'll have to color her eyebrows there. For they have no color. And they don't have any color on there either. I'm forgetting to do the shading from, like, here. Alright, ready? Nope, that's too extreme. Boop. Boop. Okay, the only game I play is Fallout. Sorry, I know. Sorry, I know I say that a bunch. Oh, I haven't heard you say it, really. I was excited for a new Fire Emblem game coming to the 3DS. I don't know what it is about the DS. Like, I have a 2DS. I've used it only a couple of times. I used it to play Harvest Moon when I was incapacitated all summer long, previous summer. But I just, I don't know. I'm kind of not into playing on stuff that's small. Like, I want to be either on a big TV or I want to play on my computer. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Okay, there we are. Really looking forward to the rest of Attack on Titan and Boku no Hero Season 2. Ooh, nice. Chavs, what's that? Hey, Richard, I can't stay long. I have to catch up on my sleep or else I'll be a zombie all week. The animation is looking amazing. Keep it up. Have a good night / day. Thank you, Cruz, and thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. What is... seems to be... Hold on. Hopefully I didn't accidentally do it to Lucky. Alright, that should work. Lucky, if you got banned by accident, I'll undo it. Don't worry. There we go. So yeah, the newest episode of Attack on Titan is so good. Insert tons of spoilers here to ensure you won't enjoy it too. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Shading everything in existence. I don't know. I just can't watch lots of TV. Everyone seems to be watching so many things. I just don't have. I don't know. Like when I sit around and watch things for like that much, I feel bad. Now, don't get me wrong. Like if I were to get into a series, I would definitely get into a series, and I would definitely be really bad about it. And I would be like episode, 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 episode. Like I can't really just moderate. Like when I got into when I watched Demi Chanwa Kata or Interview with Monster Girls. I'm not a weeb. I was just like, all right, I'm gonna watch first episode. Watch the first episode. All right, now we're on the 9th episode. I should stop. I don't want to ruin. I don't want to watch the series all in one go. But then I went to sleep and I finished it in the morning. It was just like the. I do that with everything. And then, but if I were to stop, right? If I were to stop for like more than a day or two, like how I did with Naruto, I haven't watched Naruto. I haven't watched the last like 10, 20 episodes of Naruto, and I know it ended, and I was just like, oh, sad. But it's just like I can't just it's like when I jump in deep, and I don't know. This is what I do. Probably a lot of other people do that. Okay. Here we go. 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 Oh, I'm gonna have to color her eyes again. Hold on. Thank you so much, God of Vlog. I can put some Bleach OSTs in. Some, there's only a select few that are copyrighted. At least that's what my friend Soul told me. For the Super Saiyan thing you did like 2 streams ago, I edited it out. Do you want me to use background music? And which one do you normally use? If you want to, I don't think there's a need to have background music. You could put some in, just copyright free, I guess. But thank you so much for that, Amayas. I appreciate it. Koopa Troll says, "Man, Ryan, Orihime is my favorite female anime character, and I can't tell you how happy I am that you're animating her this well." Well, I'm glad you're pleased with the quality. Yeah, I knew Boba One was gonna pull that out. I've said this a lot, but I'm literally the only person with my profile as a self. Yes, you definitely have said that a lot. Definitely have said that a lot. Retro Rhino, would you ever consider getting a tattoo? I love stuff like that, but I would never get a tattoo. And I don't want either of my sisters to ever get a tattoo. I'd get mad at them if they did, to be honest. I don't like tattoos that much. Like there's like I don't know. As an artist, I guess you could say, there's a lot of better mediums than skin, but that's my opinion. But it's kind of funny and also a little annoying. whenever somebody finds that I like find out that I can draw like in real life, and they're like, "Oh wow, you're so good at drawing. Hey, you should design this tattoo for me." And it's just like, like that's literally the number one thing that people go for, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, like I draw you a picture, but don't just randomly find someone who you think draws nice and then be like, hey, you should design something that's going to be on my body for the rest of my life. Like, yeah. I don't get that. I don't understand that. It's like, literally, I don't. And then they're like, draw me a bear. And it's just like, why don't you just like go on Google or tell an actual tattoo artist what you want? Like, yeah, I don't get that. You know what I mean? What if Scene got a tattoo of Logan? Well, I would have to find it. I'm just kidding. I mean, I'm not gonna control people. I just don't like it. You know? OMG, you art draw me. Yeah, I know. Hey, Retro, when's... Oh. um, yeah, don't worry, guys. When it comes to music, because it seems to be something you guys are asking about a lot right now, um, I'll know what to play for what, and I don't remember things by usual names. I just go and I'll look through a bunch of songs, probably a lot of the OSTs, and I'll be like, all right, this sounds good. I'll check to see if it has copyright stuff on it, and if it doesn't, I'll use it. But for those people who are like, please use this for this point, blah 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 blah, I've got some bad news for you. I'm not going to remember, nor am I going to just say, oh yeah, okay, sure, right? So I do apologize, but that's how it's got to be, you know? I'm real sorry. I can't remember. Okay. She's got her eyes open. Look, she looks dead. Look how dead she looks. Poor Orihime. Why do you look dead? Don't look dead. I have gray eyes. Hoo 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 hoo. Alright, so I'll grab that. And I'll go like, haha, over here. And then I'll paste it. No. And then I'll bring it over. Here we are. Here we are. Look at that. I might even have to... Yeah, I just get to reuse it. Awesome. Awesome. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Alright. Now we go... Oh, there's blue lines. Don't want that. Boop. Can we help you with the right OSTs? Oh. I don't understand why you deleted Kubo Troll's comment, Jake, but that's alright. Bleach had such an amazing soundtrack that it will be a difficult task to find the soundtrack that can match up. Yeah. Why is it going crazy with the timeout right now? That's fine. Bubblemeister, what is your most and least favorite genre of movie? Ooh, I like that. I like. Okay, it's hard to pick. I like movies that have good comedy and some feels and action. I like action in movies. Um, I don't know if I like. I don't know if I like drama. I guess it's like I don't know. I like all genres, and I like if I want to see something like that's got horror in it, I don't want it to be. I thought about it. Do I want it to be just horror or not? But things of the horror genre feel like you can't enjoy them as like they're on their own. Like they're just they're just a thrill, you know? Like it's like, ooh, did you see that? Like we just saw that horror movie, and it's just like, you know, do you ever say like when you go and see that movie, oh, we just saw a comedy movie? No, like no one says that. You go and see a movie, and you're like, hey, I really like that movie. It was funny. It had good things. Blah 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 blah. But like with horror movies, it's just like, yeah, it was a horror movie. Was it scary? Okay, well that's the only thing that matters is if it was scary or not. So it's like, you know what I mean? That actually came out a lot better than I hoped it would. You thought, huh? Hey, don't worry about it. Yeah, no, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we just gotta. Oh, why does my line art keep turning back to black? Okay. Now we're still on blue. Um. Hey, dude, I wanted to send a super message, but it demands a credit card. Don't you have a PayPal? I don't know how it works. I've never sent a super chat myself, but I think I think PayPal works for it. Yeah, got no clue. Sorry, but I appreciate you wanting to do that. It's kind of deleting lines that I don't want it to be deleting. It's kind of tedioso, if you ask me. Okay. Oh gosh, savage. The trolls may have come from James mentioning you on his latest video. Oh, that would make sense. That's fine. I like these type of trolls are literally nothing. It's just a quick ban. They can get maybe one message across before they get banned or timed out. Kind of. It's not like it really doesn't ruin it. It's just like, oh, you gotta click a button. Huh. Mitch didn't get banned. You got timed out. Rhino, you still got that job or did you quit? You asked me that on direct message, I think. Yeah, no, I've been out of Denny's for a long time now. I am a free man. Woohoo. Alright, so we'll copy that. We'll actually unlock this layer. And we'll go like bippity boppity boo. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So she has her eyes open for until this frame. Okay, so I'll have to go back, and we're getting close here though. It's looking good. I'm pleased. Okay, so we'll go like that. Go like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's gonna be an increase in like trolling or just shit posting when my channel gets bigger over time, but it's not a big deal. Like if I have 10 mods or something like that, it's gonna be like really hard for them to actually, you know, do anything. I'm not really concerned. Okay, so now we go like this. I feel like a 7-year-old. I just ate now, and I feel like I need a nap. Yeah, well, I feel like that after almost every time I eat. It's funny. A Hell's Dream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will check my email after the stream. I really appreciate it. Why is your name A Hell's Dream anyway? It's kind of weird, isn't it? Okay. Righty. Oh, look how fast we're going. We're like, hey, super duper fast. And nice to see you around there, Evan. It's been a while. Okay, so blue line. And then we'll have to connect those two lines. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. Look at that. Look at that. It looks fantabulous. I'm quite pleased. There we are. Hey! Oh, hold on 1 second. The mod squad. You guys probably shouldn't complain about the mods. They're not really, from what I'm looking at, they're not doing anything wrong. Whoa, you're still streaming? Yeah, man, I'm still streaming. And thank you so much for the shout out, James Hansen. You did me a favor. I appreciate it. Hold on. Hey, Jamie, hold on. I got you 100 subs. How? Yeah, I got no clue. Got no clue. And I noticed I went over 10K. Yeah, I did notice an uprising in comments and such like that. I'm looking here. Let me look here. I did notice a rise. 38 people watching. Nice. 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 All right, so let's click on the old commentary. Yeah, her eyes do look nice without the shine, but I think unarguably her eyes do look a little bit nicer with them. All right, so I'll play the animation, but first I'm going to play an ad. And here I thought my channel was dead. No, you still got a good kick or two left in you. All right, so this will be the marker for the ad. And now I'll wait to play it. There we are. All right, playing. Gonna spam the ad button. All right. I will hide this picture to the side. Look at all this garbage and lineage and stuff on the side. So messy, so messy. All right, let's see how it's going. Hoo hoo hoo! That looks good. I'm happy with that. Look at that. Look at that. I shouldn't have him turn his shoulders back so much, maybe. Her hair is animated so well. Awesome. Awesome. Now we go back to the chat. That's pretty funny. Chad looks like he's at a lower frame rate than Ichigo and Orihime. Well, Ichigo's at a lower frame rate than Orihime, and Chad's at the lowest frame rate because he doesn't need to be. So, yeah, he is. Okay. I would also like to credit the rough to guest. Okay. All right, so we're gonna keep cleaning this up. That's not working. Anyway, I'll just lock this layer, lock both of these layers. I'll just mess around with this. There we are. Okay. Alright, now I just need to keep shading her hair. Why is object drawing on? That's not going to help anyone. Uh-huh. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer, that's why. Okay, I forgot I locked Orihime's layer. And now we're going to save. Oh. Yeah, okay. Subarashi. Ugh. In the game film, she uses to heal in a cool way, like if she needs a timer and watch and force behind time. And he was asleep. No. No. I would not agree with that. I do apologize. Hold on. Make sure that's connected. All right. I was going to ask you, you guys were talking about Breath of the Wild before. Why did that work? Do you guys have any ideas for little shorts that I could animate for that? Because I really want to. I would love to. I came up with some funny ideas with with Pika. But even so, I'd like to hear your guys' style. Orange face. Orange. Eating too many carrots. I wish her hair was like I know the orange hair and stuff is nice and all, but her hair was supposed to be like caramel blonde or something like that. But like if it was just a little browner, I think it would have looked nicer. Like if she had like brunette hair, or how would you go about it? I don't know. Like looks a little weird now after all this time. Definitely looks weird. Well, we've seen her hair that color. Yeah, it didn't look that bad now that I think about it, but even still. Like, none of the main characters had brunette hair. We had, kind of two characters with black hair, 2 characters with orange hair, and then Chad. Chad's in his own category. Okay. It's been so long since you said oh choo or Olsolski. Yeah. Animate Link jumping on top of a Guardian and stabbing it in the eye with the Master Sword, causing it to explode. Yeah, stuff with the Guardians would probably be cool. Could you animate Link constantly breaking his weapon? Yeah, I that was part of the joke that we came up with. I'd love to do something like that. Ior. I would probably just stop whining about it and just move on and make other comments. But Jake, you didn't have to time him out. Well, do it, you please, I guess. Chad is technically a brunette. Yeah, I guess he is. Yeah. I did something cool and I don't know how I did it. I was on the doodle board and I drew it immediately, copied it on another canvas, and now I'm making a really cool picture. Awesome, Utena. Okay. Technically, Orihime's hair isn't orange. Too Spooky said so. I already mentioned that. Make Link do some sick, nasty tricks while shield surfing. Oh, man! That mechanic... Okay, let me just say, I think that mechanic is kind of stupid. I remember I found the guy on the hill, and he was just like, hey, you can do shield surfing. And then it was just like... I was just thinking, I'm like, all right, this is just like, you know, some dialogue. This is stupid. There's no way you can actually do that. And then it was just like, press... hold down, control RB, and then A while you're jumping, and you'll shield surf. And I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. And then I did it, and my shield broke, and I'm like, what the hell? And it just knocks out the durability of your shield so fast. Like, I don't know. I mean, it's better. It's nice that it's there. I wouldn't get rid of it, but it's like, you know what I mean? I'm never gonna use it unless I'm just screwing around. And there's not, and they should at least make it part of a mission or something like that, so you can have to use the mechanic properly, or you have to beat somebody in a race on a shield surfing thing. Then it would be fun. I would like something like that. Then you could, or you could just do it for fun. Like there's a really good place to do it. Um, I think you should just cut down your durability a little bit less. Durability is way too big of an issue in Breath of the Wild, I feel. I was also talking about things I wanted to see in Breath of the Wild. But I think I'll finish the game first before I do discussion things on that. It's too bad though, because it's like a bunch of people have probably already finished the game. I don't know if it's hype has died yet. I don't stay on track with these things. To be honest, it probably has, knowing my luck. But like the hype's died like a little bit. But like around the time I'll actually get an animation of it done, people will be like, "Oh yeah, it was good game. When's the next one?" But no one really does. I think people like Legend of Zelda, like what was it? Always, like, just Nintendo things always survive. That's why there's so many Mario parodies and stuff with lots of views on YouTube. But to be honest, they're usually shit. Like I've never see like, except for Terminal Jerry, or yeah, I think that's his name, Terminal Jerry. He actually made some, like, you know, not like, it just, the Mario stuff or Nintendo stuff is always like shit posting animations, like really weird. Like Nintendo is really animated well. Nintendo is like a series of parodies for Nintendo, and I don't know, like I'm sure a lot of people have seen it by now, but it's kind of just like, it's just shitty or funny. Like it's just like, it's like YouTube poop, you know? Which, by the way, I've never really liked that type of humor. Like you watch it out of just like, I'm being mindless right now, but I just don't like that type of stuff. You know, usually, if there's something better, I would always pick it over that type of stuff. All right. I like this little dip she does. G did this well. Anyway, I'll read your comments. Give me a sec. Animate Link finding a bunch of weapons, but every time he picks one up, the Guardian shoots it, pieces of it out of his hand. Yeah. I'd like to do something like that. The shield surfing is beautifully stupid. Yeah, I would agree. Just like you watching his facial hairs. Orihime's boobs get bigger as the series goes on. Yeah. Technically, you could credit puberty to something like that, but. What else do you have here? I give you a Breath of the Wild. Oh yeah, I should do something playing off of its name. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Who doesn't love to shield surf on a roof and have it break on you? Gotta love the ragdoll physics. Yeah, I'm so glad they added ragdoll physics and jumping. Like, Breath of the Wild's mechanics, all the rest of the Zelda games should definitely follow them. It's so much better. Sadly, I have to go now, Retrorana. Maybe if you stream during my study hall, hint, hint. Yeah, well, I'm not bending them around you, Koopo Troll, even though I do like you. I'll be able to watch without my internet going into fit. Well, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you next time real soon. Something funny. Nami has no excuse for her tits growing so big. Yeah, that's just stupid. Nami, color Nami. Yeah, Nami from One Piece. So, like, I thought Orihime was bad. Nami's even worse. No, don't, no. Gonna grab some food and be right back. Okay, so Okay, we'll go like this. All right. No, it jumped down. It jumped down. It should jump. It should be down here. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Okay. All right. Now we do this. We do Jish. Yeah, that looks good. That doesn't look bad. I am pleased. Woohoo. Okay. So So Ryan, you still want to continue to work on Bleach? Yeah, I do. I do want to keep working on it. I'm definitely gonna space my. I think I'll do some things like space my time out, like work on some other things as well. And I'll do some videos like addressing it and figuring out some of the ideas with the audience after the opening comes out, and I'll do some videos and see what the feedback is, and hopefully we'll get more people on board. And I'm gonna definitely work closely with this project, and I'm gonna animate a lot of it for sure. But hopefully I can step into kind of like a director. I think like the end goal for this project, I've kind of come to realize is it would be the end goal thing that I'd want is to kind of be in a director type place of it, in which where I'm kind of just leading, directing, not doing all the work just myself, and I can kind of have some distance from it. But I still love the project, even so. Do you watch Papa Pyro? Pyro? I thought you were saying Papa Rhino type thing. I know, I've never heard of them. Sorry. Ryan, will your daughter take over the channel? And yes, I can see the future. My daughter. I wonder what I would have. I wonder what I would have first. I wonder if I've had a daughter or a son. Automatically, already in my mind, like I'm not gonna lie. The first thing that pops to my mind is a son. But I think I'd be really happy with a daughter as well. Every time I see like a cute little girl, especially when I used to work at like Denny's, I would see there was this little blonde girl. She was like, I had to be like 6 or 7 tops, and her dad was with her, and oh, he was just so funny and he was so silly with her, and it just kind of when my coworker Megan, we were joking around, and I turned to her and and we were just like both watching her from the counter. Now Megan and I weren't like that at all, but I turned to her. I'm like, we should have kids. And I just said that completely out of context, and she was like, what? It was hilarious. But yeah, the little girl was just so cute. It definitely makes me, like, whenever I see children, it makes me want to have kids. And I remember our cook once, called Mina, she invited me to come out to the park with her. She's like 30 something, and she has a young son named Thomas, and he's a really good boy. And I don't know, I really get along with kids. I like kids a lot. As long as they're not screechy. Yeah, I know they get like that sometimes, but. How many animators are still active? It's kind of complicated right now. It's not really a number I can give. Coloring the lady. Oh, what? How'd I end up down here? That's a little sketchy. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Color, thank you. If I keep yawning, it's not going to go well. Okay, so this is second to last frame. Then we'll move back on to the face and clothing. And then I'll try and compose it. And then I'll turn the audio off so I can review the opening and tell you guys what we can work on. I do know of one scene we can work on, but I really don't want to because it looked like garbage and I don't want to touch it again. Man, I hated that scene. Oh, you hate scene? Look, I'm funny. I took an obvious joke and I grabbed onto it for dear life. You're not funny. Just stop. Passive-aggressive Rhino. Okay. Now, I hate kids, to be honest. I don't like it when people say they hate kids. Like kids are good. Kids' behavior can be bad, but it's like people who say I hate dogs or I hate cats, and it's just like, well, if you become friends with one, they're just as good as anything else, you know. What about the kids screaming outside your window? That's where the unless they're screaming came out from. Yeah, I don't pretty much I have an anger for the parents when I hear stuff like that, like cuz I know the parents of the people of the children that were screaming, and I was annoyed because they're not taking care of their children. They're not being considerate. Their children act that way because their parents allowed them to. And that's where I have a problem. Actually, that would make no sense if I were to do that. I need to shade it to the right. To the right. Get one of your animators to do it. Yeah. No. 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 Yo. And on the mark we had a doll. Yo. Hoo. Okay. Keep shading the eyebrows. Or coloring the eyebrows. Eyebrow shading. Woohoo. Show your dominance. It's not fair to assume the parents are in the wrong. What the F? What do you mean it's not fair? What does that mean? And it's not assuming. I know them. Like I said. But your comment makes literally no sense. I mean, I don't hate them. I don't know. Yeah. Let's take a look at this. So I'm new and I'm confused about this whole Bleach thing is about. Is it like a fan-made animation? Yeah, you could call it that. Sure. Go ahead. Her eyes look awful hollow. Ha 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 ha. Shiro, I like you. That's a good joke. I like that. Would you change your future or your past? Well, I would probably I would change my past for one reason. I would definitely try and make myself more disciplined when I was younger, so I wouldn't be as lazy, and I could do things like not procrastinate so much. And as for changing your future, literally every day you're changing your future, so everyone already has that ability. So I would definitely take the other one. And the punishment is... Oh... I'm back. Welcome back, Mac. Back it up. Alright, let's watch it again. I'm gonna have to remove all those blue lines. Look at that. Yay! Woo! It's looking good. Alright. We'll keep it up. If you change your past, the future changes anyways. Yeah, have you not seen Back to the Future? Baka. You watched the coronation of Starscream. Ooh, Mr. Magic Man, I like you.
Coronation? This is bad comedy.
Leonard Nimoy was the voice
Of Galvatron.
and now he's dead. Oh, poor Leonard Nimoy. I remember there was a big fiasco about what was it? William Shatner didn't go to his funeral, and a lot of people got upset about that. And can't remember the reason why. I think I was even a little upset at William Shatner, because I'm like, if your friend like maybe they weren't even good enough friends, and people just assumed they would be, and they're like, "Hey, you're such a bad friend." It's just like, well, what if they weren't friends anymore? But I don't know. You show up to someone's funeral. I don't know. I feel that way, unless you don't do well with funerals. God no, I don't know. People, that's a bad thing of us to we don't know the situation and we judge them. It's really easy to judge people. I'm gonna have to read your comments.
Nimoy was perfect.
I love the smirk Ichigo has when he realizes that it's Orihime. Yeah, I do too. It's cute. I know I'm new here, but I'm gonna have to hit the hay. I've got to get up at 8 tomorrow. And it's 058. Also known as 1258. I gotta make sure I get my Kellogg's cornflakes. Well, you do that, Churro. Thank you for joining. Nimoy was perfect to be Galvatron. It's sad he's no longer part of this world. Oh well, yeah. See you later, Dream. Read this. I read it. Hello, the anime god. Welcome aboard. Okay, but what were we saying? I didn't like. It went back to being Frank Welker after the movie when the series continued, and Frank Welker is amazing, and he had a good voice for it. But Galvatron became one of the worst villains ever. Like he was so retarded, it was annoying. You know. He was always crazy, and he was just crazy. There was even an episode where they checked him into like a psych ward, and it's just like, that should be giving you some hints that your villain's not doing too well. And he lost almost every fight, and he just ran at people and trying to punch them and shoot them, and then he just got thrown. People throw each other too much. Like whenever, it's kind of funny. Like I was watching something like Batman versus Killer Croc or whatever, and he kept grabbing him with the tail, and then he would throw him, and it's just like, dude, if you got him with the tail, you can kill him. Like you got him, you caught him, you're bigger than him, you can literally kill him. And it's like, no, they just throw you. And it's just like, oh, if that guy doesn't get thrown, he's gonna need somebody to save him. But like they're like, I know throwing you will do the most damage. I'm not gonna pin you down and beat on you, even though like out of stupid. I hate bad writing. It's bad writing. And people did a lot too much throwing in, you know, the Transformers as well. Rip Mike's horse. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to do a lot of line deletion here. This looks nice. I like it. Alright. Doop. Uh-oh, gonna have to fix that. I could have done a lot of swinging around with this. Oh, that's too bad. So sad. So sad. So very sad. Sad. Okay. Go like that. And now we delete the line. And we delete the line up here. And we delete this line up here. And this line up here. Woohoo. Oh, look at all the specs that we have. Ah, my name's Laura. We don't want this. We don't want this at all. Look at all the specs. It looks
Horrible. Horrible, I say. I can't stand it.
I loved it when I was lean. That's funny. Am I the only one who finds the plain gray eyes creepy? Nope, because that's what anime does when they want to make somebody look like their mind broke or dead or creepy. Is they don't give them any life in their eyes, or they just make their pupils the size of like Jake's brain. Small. Not huge. Very, very small. Small man. Really he is. I love Jake. Gerard. How did you learn to animate? I taught myself, Docile. Docile? Docile or Docile? Probably Docile. I'll say Docile, because Docile just sounds like docile. Yeah, I taught myself. Been animating since 2015. Aren't I old? Call me old, so it makes me feel like, you know, I'm important. It's like those people who are like 15. Yeah, when you get around to my age, like I'm 19. I'm not saying when you get around to my age. I'm just saying when you get around to my age, you start feeling like you're old because like you're noticing you're an adult now and you've never been an adult, so now it just makes you feel extra old. But the people who are like 15 and they're like, "Oh, I'm so old," it's like, well, to be honest, you know, I don't want to be hypocritical like that. But I'd say that you're at the perfect age, you 15-year-olds, you 16-year-olds. Take advantage of it. Be good people, and don't do stupid shit. I don't think I did actually anything stupid when I was in high school or middle school. I was a little bit of a. Hey, I got it right. Nice. All right, see you later, Jamie. I hope I didn't miss you already. No, the chat's talking way too fast. How many people do we have in here? 13 messages a minute. 13 and a half messages a minute. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Refresh the stream if you didn't get an ad, because there was supposed to be an ad. It's not fair if you don't get the ad. You turn your ad block off. I'm working hard. Ryan's a goody two shoes. Yeah, I am. I'm African. I wasn't allowed to have a rebellious stage. 15 years old. 15-year-olds acting like adults are hilarious. I would say 15-year-olds who think they're adults is hilarious. Acting like adults is actually more commendable, I would say. Hold on, what's this gonna be? Probably not so good. I was an idiot with high school. Skipped schools for days with literally walking out of the building during morning announcements and going to McDonald's. I didn't skip school, but I stayed home from school a lot. Like a lot. I'd say that was probably something I was bad about. Does that count? Am I a rebel now? But my mom always excused me, so it wasn't. It was like I just didn't want to go to school a lot. I don't know. I'm a pretty big homebody, but once I'm actually there, I'm fine. I also have low patience and what is it? Focus. I don't have very good focus. So when I was at school, gosh, her breasts are huge. Oh boy, maybe this is a bit overboard, but that's okay. I feel bad now. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Bad to the bone. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Wait, why didn't that work? Will you work now? You gonna work now? You worked. Good. Look at all this. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's take this shoe on the road. Come on, open your mouth. They're gonna, you guys are gonna pull that out of context. Alright, there we go. Oh, did I really? Yeah, there you go. This is so weird. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 sec. Whoop. Okay, hold on. This is gonna be great. You guys are gonna like this. Hold on. Okay. Alright, you guys ready? Alright, here, mate. Gotta open wide. Hold on. Alright, now. No, come on. So immature. It's like the K. Rool thing all over again. Hey. Okay. Okay. I just want everything to be Daijobu. Yeah, I know. I seriously can't wait to see how you develop the characters. Ruki Rinchan definitely is my top priority. That is. Remember back in school, I would see people trash talk their parents for the most ridiculous things before getting into the car with their parents. Getting into the car their parents bought them and driving away. Oh God, that would make me mad. Or I hate it when people are like, I hate my mom. There was people in middle school who used to like open their lunches and stuff. Like we'd sit together for lunch, and then they would open their lunch and they would pull out something that they really didn't like, and they would talk about how much they hated their mom or how their mom was a bitch. And it was just like, I think what one time there was somebody who did that, and I like slapped him in the side of the head, like just like kind of like a whack, and I was just like, shut up. Be nice. and then we kind of got into a fight, but that was fine. Acting like an adult is funny, then I must be a comedian. Just kidding. All right, see you later. See you later, bud. See you later. Tensei Yeah, Amias, you don't seem like it. It's weird. But, you know, I think people who admit that have, it's a good sign of seeing themselves and observing one's behavior. It's pretty good. Mm-hmm. I see. Leon, that's okay, though. It's not that bad. Ryan, I sent a meme, though. Okay. What's this meme? I can already tell this is gonna be good. Yeah, of course you liked it, Jake. I'll take a look.
Gee willy how.
That's good. I like that. Well done. Very well done. Oh, Jake, get off me. Augmented matrices. Yeah, I don't think I can help you with that. You know you're old when you look at these youngers and do you think, did I really used to act like that? So annoying. No, well, I think older. I don't know. I don't have mommy issues. I have daddy issues, Jake. I think that's the common one. I think like over half the people I meet have issues with their father. Oh, I just noticed. What's the? I didn't color her tongue, and so her tongue looks white. Uh-oh. Okay, well let's clean that up. Ha ha ha! You guys are so funny. Look how funny you are. I'm gonna laugh at that, except for I'm not gonna. Come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. Ha ha! Huzzah! Hee hee! Yeah, remember when Jake made a beef with a bunch of people on Twitter? He was so smart. Yeah, and I told you. I told you. I told you. I'm so sorry. Ugh. I kind of have I have an open relationship with Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, she sees other people, and I see other people. We just don't see each other. No, just kidding. Technically, you can have that with almost anyone. Yeah, it's funny. Okay. Alright, guys. Let's keep it PG in the chat. Please, Areno. I ask for your assistance. Dee 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 dee. Look at this. Look at this. This is turning out quite exquisitely. Alright, this color needs to properize its attire. Come on, come on. Yes. Yes, this is good. This is a very good. Yes. Okay, there we go. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Look at that. Wow, I got really lazy with the line art here. That's great. Super helpful, convenient. Great job, Ryan. Ryan, you did well. Retro, shall I go to bed at 10:30 or 11:30 tonight? I would say, what time did you wake up, Isaiah? You have to tell me that first. If you actually stream until 6 or more hours, I'm going to stay up for all of it and not get any sleep. Well, Country Jeff. Perhaps that's not a good idea for your health. I don't know. I know a thing or two about sleep deprivation. Not really good. Bad for your health, you know. Kind of makes the staying awake thing very, very difficult. It's a pity, really, it is. Hey, look at that. Happy Orihime. Ho 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 ho. Wait, I forgot to color her hair. Don't do that. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Look at that. Ryan, light source! No, get out of here. That was probably loud, sorry. You know that sound my mic makes? Like whenever I turn my mic on and off? I know it's loud for some reason. But it's kind of like, yeah, if I say, okay, I'll just ask when I do this thing, like, all right, it's gonna be coming up in a second here, so prepare your volume and prepare your ears when I do this thing. Is that really that loud? Because everyone's super whiny about it, and they look like an idiot when they do that. At least in my eyes. No, this is bad shading. This is really bad shading. No, this is bad shading. Don't worry, Jake. Don't worry. Wow. Thank you, Docel. Docel? Docel. Hold on one sec. I lost some brain cells. Yeah, well, I'm assuming, Lucky, you're a Bleach fan, right? I'm much far too zoomed out. Far too much. Bye, Retro Dino. See you later, Sheikh Zula. Retro Dino. It's so weird when I go into some websites now. It's just like, welcome back, Retro. And it's just like, getting called that by websites as well just feels weird. Welcome back, PewDiePie.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, I appreciate it. Gangsta. Well, lucky you didn't have any brain cells to begin with if you're a Bleach fan.
It's true, though. It's a shit series. I really love that short you did with Rukia versus Asnot, and can't wait to see what you do with their fight. Rukia's equaled more Rukia equals the best time of my life. But seriously, keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much, Ruki Rinchan. I definitely planned to do stuff like that. Her eyes look like the eyes of a serial killer. Well, maybe she's going to kill something. Maybe she's planning to kill you. Oh, that would be bad. Yeah, no, these are too ducky. These are far too ducky. Rubber ducky. Hey, Bert. I'm my rubber ducky. Sitting in the bath with my rubber ducky. Do 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 do. Dun dun da da dun dun da da dun dun dee doo. Yandere Orihime. Yeah, her eyes did remind me of that. She's looking at Ichigo. She's got succubus eyes. Don't you bring up succubus around me, Dr. Mysterion. There's only one good succubus, and you know who it is. Oh, my eyes hurt. They're like twitch, 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 twitch. No, it's not Rukia. Although Rukia was a succubus in the special. I was talking about the person from Interview with Monster Girls. The teacher. Yeah, I guess Rukia was a succubus, wasn't she? Do you find the bloodthirster character in series such as Kenpachi's and Zoro to have one of the most development in the series? I think Zoro. I'm not a big fan. I have not watched much as One Piece, but Zoro is already my favorite character in One Piece from the 80 episodes I did watch. Zoro's definitely my favorite because he's like really he's smarter than really everyone, and he's like no bullshit, you know, and he's really really tough, and he's got a good voice actor, and he's loyal and smart. And I like Zoro a lot. For Kenpachi only had development, I feel, a little bit in Soul Society, and then none until the Unohana fight. But he works like that, you know. You meant Zoro actually had common sense? Yep. I don't think Ryan saw my comment about Fretta, who he should try to reach out for help since she's on YouTube. I have not seen the work of the person you're mentioning. Who is this person? You saw Demi-chan, so you were an expert on it. Yes, I did. Uh-huh. I'm not turned off by One Piece by its art style. The art style is actually like it just seems, yeah, it like maybe if we come open to it, but yeah, it's just it was really slow paced when I tried to get into it. I'm sure it's great. Maybe I'll watch it eventually. But yeah, way too slow paced for me. Just
so slow. Super duper slow. Okay. Come on. Come on. Can we get some cooperation? Operator. Operator. Uh-huh. Remember when Orihime's healing ability was super important and then immediately jumped from importance as if it was nothing? Yep. Kubo doesn't remember that, though. Jeez, it's just such a pity. The bad tendencies in writing that Kubo had. Kinda ruined the series, if you ask me. But that's fine. It's fine. I have a question. For you guys. You know how I talk about, yay, another stream. Hi. How you doing? How are you? I saw the thing you sent me. The Kermit the Frog. Sorry, the Yoda I am. I want one of those puppets so bad now. Oh god, I gotta get myself one of those. I'd be fun at parties. I've actually seen a video, I think it was from College Humor, in which where there's like a girl hanging out with her boyfriend, and they're at the party together, and then the boyfriend spots a group of other guys sitting in a corner, and they're all doing voice impressions, and his inner whatever comes out, and he leaves his girlfriend's side and rushes over there, and then a bunch of girls group together, and they're all the girlfriends of the dweebs over there and doing impressions. And they're talking about the stereotype, and they're so accurate with it, and it kind of hurt, because I'm like, oh no, too close to home. No, this is me. No. And so I was like, oh no, am I really like that? And then it was funny. It got the girls on stereotypes as well. So I was like, okay, at least they do something bad too. And they were going through all these voices, and they were going like, and they were doing so many voices, and I'm like, am I not special? and then the girl was just like, yeah, look at them. It's like they think they're all special, but really they kind of all do the same thing. And I was like, no, this is so hurtful. Stop. Felt really bad. Kubo's so good at building a world, but bad to keeping characters consistent. No. Kubo's good at making interesting characters. He's horrible at world building. Like, there's no world building at all. It's just he's good. Okay, Kubo is good at concepts. Kubo is good at character design. Kubo is good at making things epic. That is it. And at near the beginning of his writing, Kubo was good at making people relate to the story. So he's good at putting his own kind of feelings and like portraying himself through his writing, but he's not good at world building. Have you ever wondered, in the human world, have they ever gone somewhere besides Karakura Town? Did they ever go anywhere in Soul Society besides Soul Society and Rukungai? No. I'm not saying there has to be a lot of different places, but like, do you know lots of history on Soul Society? Not so much. What about Karakura Town? Did Ichigo move someplace and then have to revisit it or something like that, and it was part of the story and the world? No. Hueco Mundo, sand, and castle, fortress, bad guy fortress castle. The Quincy Shadow Dimension, you watch his fortress, nothing else. Like, he's not good at world building. I don't mean to be rude, but he's just not. I would never name my child James Jr. Ryan, to finish One Piece, you have to watch it from your 3 years old. Maybe you can finish it in your 90s. Yeah, pretty much. Ryan, need help. I know 3 girls that like me, but I don't like any of them, and I don't like anyone, to be exact. What do I do? Oh, I've had that. I have that problem. I have that problem all the time when, girls are just flocking to me and they're like, "Oh, Ryan, we love you." And I go, "Ah, girls, um, you don't exist, so I can't date you." um, I would say if you don't like the girls, you need to be very cool about it and like say if they're talking to you, are they asking you out and you have to respond or something like that? I need some more context, but jokes aside, it's happened to me very few times before, and I kind of was just like, hey, um, like you're really awesome, and like you're great, and all that, but I'll make this really quick and forthright. I don't think of you that way, but I'm not gonna. I don't find this as awkward or anything, and I hope you don't either. It's just I don't. Unfortunately, I don't feel the same way. And then you literally just move on the conversation by being like, all right, so like when did you start feeling that way, kind of thing. I'm not saying you give them obviously. Oh, like if you know the person, just talk to them like how you would regularly talk to them. Don't use like, although I am giving you advice, don't be like, all right, here's this one thing, do all, because everyone is different, and to kind of not give that person their personal treatment because they've asked you that, like they put their feelings on the line. So definitely personalize it for them, because you owe them that much at least, I would say, because they definitely put themselves out there for you. Or just stop brushing your teeth and they'll just stop liking you or something like that. That's what I do whenever there's someone I don't like that likes me. I actually really dislike stories that I can personally relate to because they come across as really boring. If I can relate to it, I find it. If I can't relate to it, I find it more intriguing. I wouldn't. I think you're using the wrong words. Relating to it versus uh things that like kind of it reminds you of things. Well, I how to you use the wrong words because it is hard to find the words. In fact, I'm struggling to find it. So, well, I mean, everyone is different. It's a weird statement. Perhaps you're right. I'm not sure though, because I don't understand with all this confusion with words. Um, they went to New York in an OVA. In an OVA. OVAs are not written by Kubo. And the comment was Kubo's good at world building. It must be nice having someone that likes you. Uh-huh. Ryan, how did scene charm you or vice versa? Well, I would say it's the puns. I don't know. I'm a sucker for puns and good art. I think the thing that I find the most valuable is somebody that can make me laugh. Hold on, I've got to go through here. All right, I'm gonna play it in a second, so just give me a moment. Grr. Okay, it's working somewhat. The Hugh Jackman lines, yes, the Hugh Jackman lines. That's not a knife. This is a knife. It just makes them melt, or makes me melt. I usually melt. I'm melting while I said that right now. I'm a puddle on the ground. I can't animate anymore. My hands are gone. I can't tell when somebody likes me, and because of that, I kind of hurt somebody who had the feels. Oh, you shouldn't blame yourself. It's difficult. If you can't tell, then you just couldn't tell. Who was the first female Bleach character that you liked, character-wise? Well, I mean, the first one introduced was Rukia, so it kind of naturally it was Rukia. The key to success is hard work. Haha, very funny, Isaiah. Puns are crucial. Oh, they're incredibly crucial. Without puns, the world is just it's not good. Somebody draw a picture of Retro actually being melted with a headset lying in a puddle. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. We're still talking about Logan. Scenes pickup lines. Yeah. What if like Logan was her ex-boyfriend and she's like, "Are we still talking about Logan? Just forget it. Move on." Sorry that I'm making you sound like not so bad, Marge. That was my water bottle. I'm sorry. Okay, let's take a look at the shading. All right, we're almost finished Orihime. I'm gonna have to compile this in After Effects. God damn it. I'm gonna zangetsu some delicious food. That's Bleach Valentine cards material or something like that. Da-na-na-na. What's good? Hey, Trinity. Feretta.net because it's furry, but check the art anyway. Good night. See you later. Oh, they're a furry artist. Well, furry artists are usually really, really good, whether you like furries or not. What does a house wear? A dress? Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's so funny. Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not really and 10 being pissed, how mad were you at everyone bashing on each other because of the canon shippings in the end of Bleach? How pissed was I? How pissed was I with people bashing each other? Oh, more so just like I was. I don't want to. I wasn't pissed. I was just really, really annoyed. Like, oh, you're such idiots. Like, kind of thing. Like people who just like, your ship sucks. Oh, I don't like this because of the ship. I don't like this because I don't agree. And then other people would be like, well, I don't agree with you, so screw you. And it's just like, you know, do you go, if I were to go out with you and we were going to restaurant and you're talking with the person about what type of food you want to get, and you're like, okay, well, how about we order, you know, like a beef hamburger type thing, and the one person goes, well, I actually don't like beef, or I don't eat beef, and then the other person were to go, no, but beef is the best, like it's been one of the best meats in America or whatever since whatever time. It's just like, well, I just don't like beef, or I just don't, you know, it's just how I feel. I don't like the way it tastes, or this or that. And then the person goes, well, fuck you, because you don't like what I like. And then completely decides to mistreat that person because they like something different than someone else. It just makes no sense. Like it's stupid. Be like, all right, I feel this way about it. And if you're asked about it, you could be like, okay, so why do you like Ichihime? Why do you like Ichiruki? You could talk about it. But when it comes to stuff like this, let me teach you guys something. You're not going to convince someone else to change their point. Like, why would that person stand in line and try and convince the other person to what was it? Okay, come on, you gotta like, or maybe they're not aggressive about it, but they're like, oh, well, you know, I think you should give it a try. You should really try the beef. You'll like it. And so this person's like, no, thanks. I don't want beef. And the person is really pushy with it. Like, you just don't do that type of stuff in line, right? Or at a restaurant. So why would you do it anywhere else? But whatever. I didn't even. Yeah, I would agree to that point. I don't like ships. I like planes. Yeah, I know. Who would win in a fight, Maggie or Stewie? I don't know, because I don't want you to their show. Sorry. I like Simpsons more than I like Family Guy. I think Simpsons, out of those type of shows, is probably the most watchable. Okay, now I gotta add her shiny eyes onto everything. So we're gonna delete layer 4. Gone. Ka-chow. And now we're going to lock Orihime's lair. We're gonna copy that. We're gonna go onto this layer. And we're going to add a nice shine onto each eye layer. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? I'm an itchy Chad chipper myself, says Isaiah. Isaiah, don't tell anyone, but I'm an itchy Chad chipper too. Okay, just don't tell anyone. I don't know. I was actually, it's funny you brought that up. I want to talk about that whole subject again now that I'm alone and I have control over my call. But first, excluding shipping, nothing to do with shipping. What are some things from the final arc that you want to see left alone and why? I ask often about what would you like to see changed, what would you like to see improved, what would you like to see cut out, that kind of stuff. What would you like to see left alone? I'm quite curious. There we go. There we go. Hoo-hoo-hoo, we get to watch this now. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it after this ad. So, if you're not getting ads, refresh the stream, please. There we go. And now we will wait. Let me grab a drink. All right, let's watch it in its entirety, and then I'll remove the ref from under it. Awesome. Now we remove the ref. Awesome. Awesome. Look at that. I know one little thing I want to fix, but awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's take a look at these comments. Let's have a killer look in her eyes. Yeah, for sure. Make it Grimjoe have more of an... No, I said, what do you want to be left the same? I like the ship Orihime x Ichigo since the episode Goodbye Kurosaki-kun. I literally did say what besides shipping, but yeah, go ahead. Ichigo's haircut is one thing. You liked his haircut at the end? Oh, wait. Are you saying you liked him to get his hair cut at the end, or you want me to keep his hair the same? This is talking about what from the manga in the final arc would you like to be left alone? Okay, let's keep a look through here. Ichigo breaking his bankai. Mr. Rabra, I didn't like that, if I'm honest. I'm sorry. Breaking his bankai the first time, that's fine. The second time, I will assure you that's not going to play out the same way. I'm very sorry that that's the thing that you like, because that's kind of unfortunate for you. Everything but the okay, hold on, let's read this. Everything but the rain was good as written. Yes. What in tarnation? Everything but the rain was perfect in my opinion. It will be remaining the same. I can definitely confirm that. Ichigo and Chad seem pretty jittery. God, you guys are whiny. Yeah, well, the focus. Let me teach you something about. Sorry if I'm a little aggressive there, but I'm. Let me teach you something. With animation, right? You've watched it a bunch of different times just now. When it plays in the actual thing, it's gonna play once. The focus is going to be on Orihime because she's moving the most. Chad is super far away from Orihime, so I can cut back on his animation a little bit because everyone's eyes are going to be around here as Orihime comes in. Ichigo is a little bit better animated. He's got a little bit of a higher frame rate, but Orihime is perfectly animated because she's the one moving the most. She comes in the camera. So because you're like, all right, let's look at both of them. So it doesn't look bad at first. Then it's just like, oh, okay, Orihime's coming in here. So then your eyes are over here. So that's why you got to make everything over here perfect. Chad is super far away from Orihime. Not super, but he's on the other side of the screen. So you can kind of cut it back. He's just kind of background animation, to be honest. But that's kind of the purpose of that. And I can't make, like, if you expect... I'm just trying to like enlighten you guys, because if I would be lying if I said I didn't get annoyed by those comments at all. If I were to animate them all at the level Orihime's animated, that would take so long, and it would be very unnecessary. Right? Yeah, everything doesn't need to look like a masterpiece, and I'm kind of I'm venting a little bit, but I hope people kind of understand. One of the principles of animation is, where does the eye go? The eye is supposed to be around here. Anyway, let's keep reading through here. I'd keep everything but the rain, and Mayuri versus Pernida the way it is. Ooh, Mayuri versus Pernida was actually one of my favorite fights, so I enjoy your opinion. Stuff with Kenpachi, think it should stay the same. I would agree on that for the most part. I don't want to give away spoilers, but I'll give my opinions on things. Let me also clarify, I'm working with other people over the plot stuff. So what I want, if I really, really want something, it's going to happen. But what I say in my opinion, don't take it as, oh, now this is going to happen. I'm like, I think Mayuri was a little crazy in the final arc. And they're like, oh, okay, well, now he's going to tone down Mayuri. No, that doesn't mean that. Do you guys understand that? I hope you do. Anyway, we'll keep going through here. I did like his hair shorter at the end. It made him seem older. Potentially. It did make him seem older. When people said it's just like, he looks just like young Ishin, I proved James really wrong on that, because I put a picture of young Ishin versus Ichigo with the short hair, and they didn't look that similar. But well, anyway. The way it looked in the I'd say the volume, it looked a bit better. Yeah, okay, so Scene just said that. Yeah. The way he looked on the last cover, the last cover of the volume, when he was like back to back with Rukia, that hair was cool and his face was drawn better. But the one where he's like leaning against that glass door and it's like yo, it's like you don't look too good. That's my opinion on it. Make his hair a little more like Ishin's if you do cut it. Yeah, okay. I know this is very far, but Aizen versus Watch. You want that to stay the same. I didn't have many plans to mess with that, but anyway. This is difficult because there's a lot I'd like to see change, says Tensa. Yeah, I know, I think it's a really good question, and I don't think we've really asked this or talked about this much. I would leave the animation running, but I also don't want people to get tired of it. Okay. What if I leave it running like this? Take a look at this. Doesn't this look weird? That looks kind of cool, doesn't it? The frame rate is low because of how much stuff is going on, but whatever. Anyway. So at this point, will you begin working on backgrounds or another scene? I'd like to finish up with this question first, and then I'll move on to something else. So don't you worry. I believe that most of it should stay the same, unless there's parts that are unnecessary to the plot or character building. I can understand toning things up or down, but outright removing them doesn't sit too well with me. Well, I'll go over that in a second. Make Naruto come out of any it's nowhere. Okay, funny. Chad needs more screen time. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we can go back and forth and talk about things we'd like to see changed and things that we don't want to see changed. The question was things that we don't want to see changed, because we always talk about what do you want to see changed. Go ahead and say stuff like that now if you want, but definitely I'll take priority over the things that you think were really important and necessary. You should do what Kubo does and never draw the background. Yeah, I'd like that. There seems to be a love triangle. Do you delve more into this in later volumes? Oh, you're quoting stuff. I get asked about that a lot. I don't want to make Bleach into a love story because there's much more exciting things about their personalities. I did, yeah. Well, I think, yeah, I said we'd talk about that after. Backgrounds, less animation, artistic. Yeah, exactly. Whoa. Whoa. Hell's Dream, calm down. I feel like I should have these comments on the stream. There you go. There you go. Boop. Now you can see the comments. That way it doesn't look like I'm just talking to myself. I'm reading all of these, I hope you know. Some of them I won't respond to, or I have to hold my tongue on specific ones, so I hope you understand. Say everything with the young during the first one. Shut up. Yeah, I would say that. You already chosen the music. Nope. How? You already... Oh, choose them. Oh, for the opening, yes. Yeah, Ricky is, Shikai is a little crazy now. I would agree with that. What's after Bleach? Well, I don't know what's going to be after Bleach, but I'm going to be juggling a few things while doing it. That I can say. Be doing shorts and such like that. But if you got your comments, do them now before we move on. I'm wondering if I should address the shipping thing. People are going to get really opinionated. Here, hold on. One sec. Boop.
My opinion is best. Why don't you agree with me?
Mm-hmm. Tensa's like, don't do it. Ah! Off the rip, how much? How off the rip? Oh, okay. How many of these YouTubers are you cool with? I'm cool with almost everyone that you've seen me talk to. I don't have really any enemies that I've talked to and pretend to be. Yeah, I'm cool with James Hansen. Yeah, James is my friend. Can Ichigo do at least one swing to show us a little something with his Bankai before it breaks, please? You're gonna see his Bankai. That's something I promised when I did the first video. You're definitely gonna see a really epic and amazing final fight. That's for sure. Ichigo with his old Zangetsu said something I'd like to stay. Just the way it happened wasn't explained. Yeah. To be honest, his old look with the old Shikai was definitely, I liked it more than the double swords. If I find some way to incorporate it, yeah, I think I'll try. I agree with Tekking on the fact that maybe the Below Zero stuff should be her Bankai power or something like that. It is, you don't see her use it again, and that's why it's not very problematic, but if you think about it, think of, like, who would she not be able to defeat now, and her Shikai is literally one of the most powerful Shikai out there. So maybe if it needs some tweaking, Ruki Rinchan. So I'll think about that, and I actually didn't think about that before, so you making that comment definitely helps, so thank you so much for that. Bob1 says, if Ichigo got with Rukia, it would make Renji have a really sad ending. I don't agree with that. Not that I'm saying that, like, you should do Ichigo and Rukia, but I'm saying Renji, like, Renji's life and all that, although I would say Rukia was definitely one of his biggest goals, he had other, like, things aspiring to. And to kind of go along with the comment of, it's not about, like, kind of love, and it's more about personalities and stuff like that, I think Renji would... Like, obviously, you'd want to put him with Rukia because he likes Rukia and it's been his crush since he was a kid. But there's more to his life than that. And you could also make the same argument, like, a lot of people say that Uryu liked Orihime or Uryu ended up alone. He did end up alone. So, you know. But anyway, kill Soifon, nobody cares about her. No, that's just stupid, just killing people because you don't care about it. It's like people who tell me to kill Yushiro because they don't like him or he's annoying. There's no reason to. Don't change Kenpachi's Bankai. Yeah, I don't have plans for that, so don't worry. There's so much stuff that changed in the last arc due to Kubo's inability to execute these ideas. Execute, yes, I would agree with that. It's hard to keep stuff the same. I want to address Tristan Jester's comment on earlier about toning things down and just changing things altogether or removing things. I kind of want to address that. It's really hard. Let me do a little illustration here. Oh, I forgot to color her eyebrow. Boop. Wait, hold on. Boop. I'm using a mouse right now. Okay. New. Action script 3. So think of it like this. Think of like, or hold on. Let me grab some real quick. Think of Bleach's story timeline, what happens, the contents of it, to be this: an Uno Stacco game. So if I'm like, okay, I kind of wanna, you know, mess around with, say, something up here. Like, I want to mess around with what happens with Unohana, right? I want to mess around with that. So if I pull that out and don't pay attention to, now I know, like, let's not get too specific here. It's just like an example to help you understand. If I pull that out, or if I mess with it, I got to mess with other things too to make sure that the tower doesn't fall over. So I have to maybe move a block over. I know that's not the rules of the game, like I said. But I have to do other things to make sure that my tower or my story doesn't fall or doesn't seem out of place. So if my tower is like super duper full on the top side and there's got a bunch of holes and missing things or change things down here, that's going to be weird. That's going to look weird and it's not going to feel consistent and it's going to look out of place. So I gotta like change things completely, but not, when I say change things completely, like say there's in canon, Ichigo goes to the store to grab a drink, and on his way back, he hears his sister, like he's approaching his house again, he hears his sister screaming and he runs in. Maybe I'd have to change something, so he goes over to Chad's house and he's hanging with Chad, and you know, like he's hanging with Chad, and he's like, all right, because I wanted to have more development between him and Chad. And then so then he would be heading home, and then he would hear his sister scream, and like maybe he was still carrying his drink from when he was at Chad's place, and like it was a bottle of pop or something like that. Then he'd drop it, and then he would rush in to save his sisters. Like stuff like that is probably what's going to have to happen. But I don't know how else to address it. We'll see what you guys are saying. Wow. Hey buddy, you still streaming? Want to Discord call and animate? I just finished the latest stream, Pete, or the latest animation. I'll play it right here for you. You can tell me how it is. I know the other guys are a little robotic and stuff, but I'm the girl in the bottom left, I think, turned out pretty good. And I'm gonna have to put the animation over it. Let me go back to the comments real quick. You see Uno's deco. Let me read through here. You cool with him? You cool with him for Neverworld? I don't really know for Neverworld that well, but he seems cool. It's kind of a curious question. Pika. I want to talk with you. Boo physics look painful. Alright, so let's go through there again. Yeah, boomf. Yeah, that makes not much sense. It's a lot. It would be a lot of work to mess with it again. Fair comment, though. Fair comment. I did promise these guys that I talked to them about stuff to do with plot and Bleach and all that, and you would probably feel really out of place. We'll definitely do it again soon. But unless you've seen the show or you have an opinion about it, you would just kind of feel out of place. I feel. But I definitely want to animate with you, so maybe I'll call you later and we'll chill. Are you planning to do a stream? Alright, we'll do it later then. Alright. Alright, so let's go through here. I don't agree. I think Renji and Rukia are better friends. It's too many seem together. A lot of better is best friend relationship. Yeah. Although the same argument could be said about Ichigo and Rukia, that same argument with Ichigo and Rukia can be said about Renji and Rukia, and vice versa. It's all a matter of perspective. Kill Yamamoto in the same episode they use this as a Bankai, no cliffhanger. I don't think that's really a big deal or a concern. I don't really care what you do with the ships. This is a love story, as you said before, and this is a story about the characters and this idea that that's lies so much more than romance. Yeah, but like I've said before, in putting old genres into one, I like to do. Like I want to have parts of this that are scary. I plan to make the Asnot Rukia fight like absolutely terrifying. The Byakuya, anything with like Asnot in it, I plan to make terrifying. There's a lot of scenes I want to make even funnier. There's a lot of scenes that I want to make very dramatic. I want to make some scenes really, really sad. And I want to make some action sequences just super impactful, just crazy. And when it comes to romance and such, why would I'm not scared of that. I'm not uncomfortable with it. I think it adds to the story. So if I were to do that, I would do it, obviously try and do it properly. But God, I wish people would just not be upset about it. Anyway, be funny and sneak a picture of Kenpachi fried chicken to the background in the scene. That would be funny. Yeah, maybe I'd do that on like one of the Rukan walls. That'd be pretty funny. Oh, someone's phoning. Oh, whatever. It's weird seeing them in a relationship. It's because they were never romantic, but it doesn't mean that they couldn't have been developed affection. Dr. Mysterion, very true. Bottle of pop. You mean soda? You think I'm not allowed to say pop or something like that? If you don't like pop, here you go, Isaiah. So basically, any small thing you change has a ripple effect. Yes, exactly. If Ruki and Renji showed more romantic affection in Bleach, your view and perspective would be different. Yeah, exactly. But there's people who ship Grim-Ichi. Sorry, Dr. Mysterion. But yeah. Chad is secretly the final enemy of Bleach. Yeah, that's funny. Are you keeping Sepidus Bleach's sexual innuendos? Yeah, I find I like all types of comedy, so I probably will keep them. Have this same past that can annoy me. I've always credited our friends ever since the beginning. I always felt that way about them. Sorry for my English. Hey, no problem, Jonathan. You're fine. You're good.
Boom. Ice magic.
Oh, you're not gonna stream? Okay. Ryan, do a gaming stream next time. It'll be easier for you to chill and talk on Discord. Talk on Discord? Oh yeah, stuff like with Talk with Pete. Yeah, no, I want to do. I'll do gaming stuff after the opening. I just feel like I need to get this done, so the people who have been, the people who have been supportive, feel like they're getting what they invested in a sense, and not coming stuck into video games. Look forward to that one scene in the bath between Ichigo and Rukia. Yeah. But yeah, so with that, I definitely feel bad for Kubo, but I feel like Kubo brought this on his own. He had he like adding for a series that he didn't want to have lots of romance in. He shouldn't have had Orihime say the things that she did. And then maybe near the end, like, she'll just be like, oh, hey, like, we should go on a date. And it'll be like, oh, hey, look, Orihime asked it to go out. And then people will be like, oh, okay, cool. But they were like, no, I wanted so-and-so to get with him. It's like, well, no, she asked him out. You know? Not have it introduced at the beginning and then do nothing with it all through the series. And, you know, then... you know, whatever, or then have like he did create a love triangle and then didn't do like, okay, when you step into a genre, especially one of like drama or romance, like you don't be like, I'm just gonna stick my foot in here a little bit. No, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna be like, boom, my foot's in here now. All right, I'm gonna do all of it. That's just how I feel, but my opinion can differ from other people's opinions. Very serious question. If there's, you're stupid. You're stupid. You gonna make him stutter too? Who am I gonna make stutter? Can we get real and just admit that Ichigo and Tatsuki are the real ship? Yeah, sure. You can't add something in a story and say that it wasn't supposed to be about that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can't be like, or be like, tell you what, he makes Kon show up. Kon's always being funny, right? Kon's like, ha ha, funny. And the series is like, hey, look, it's a funny series. Kon's always being funny. And then he gets asked in the interview because, you know, in the last, say, 9 chapters, 20 chapters, 30 chapters, Kon didn't show up. No funnies from Kon. Something like that. And then somebody interviews you, and you're like, hey, a lot of people have been wondering what happened to Kon. You know, they miss the, you know, they're curious when he's going to show up and be funny again. And he goes, you know, I don't want to focus on the comedy aspect, you know. You don't do that. Should have just not introduced Kon in the first place. But, yeah, that's just my feel. I feel like the ending was peaceful, though. You could see I should go for... I feel like the ending was too peaceful, though. Could you have Ichigo for old time's sake towards the end? Use his bad. I felt the same way, Dr. Mysterion. I felt like the adventures had kind of come to an end, and it was kind of like the retirement, even though they were all still kind of young. Definitely want to go for like a fun, look, the story is over, but the adventures continue type of thing, you know? Pika's streaming. You idiot. That's funny. Eventually the water will become the same temperature. I was talking about Ichigo starting because whenever you have something sexual or whatever, you can't forget the one scene with Yoriichi. Yeah. Fair. I feel like you should make the fights be more so a war rather than fights to be one-on-one, have no outside interference. Yes, Lucky, I would agree with that. And there's something about, like, I've been talking with my friend G about the first invasion. I felt the story was doing perfectly fine all the way up until Ichigo hit the Soul Palace. Then it started to go downhill, like especially after he jumped down from the Soul Palace. Definitely it got bad around there, or the decline to the doomsday of the story started around there. But even though we think it's perfectly fine, we might mess with some things to create an aspect, not because we feel they need changing, but just because we think if we do this, this could be better, because nothing is ever perfect. So we wanted, it was like, one complaint I had is whenever in Bleach or in Naruto or just with all shonens, it's kind of like, there's no, especially, no, let's just say Bleach. In Bleach, it's always manslaughter. Like, just the cannon fodder Shinigami can't do anything. There's like, here's the Goche 13, here's Soul Society, here's all these people, right? And only the captains and vice captains can do shit. And the enemy always just takes them out, and it's just like, it's just there. It's like having a million Chads, right? I'm just kidding. But, and you never see the vice captains or the captains commanding their soldiers, and you never see their wits as captains. You just see them as fighters. You don't see them as captains. So if they were, say, in the first invasion to try and direct their army to defend against the Quincy cannon fodder characters, at least, and maybe defeat a few of them through their skills as captains and leadership and stuff like that, I think that would have been way better. But instead, it was just like, move aside, I'll take care of it, like how it always is, and it pisses me off, and I don't like that. I think the ending having a bit more focus on Ichigo's kid is kind of like how Naruto is now focusing on his kid, moving on to the next generation. Ooh, yee. Naruto is easier to do that with because there's always something going on. Like, it's a civilization. They didn't need an evil Aizen or an evil Yhwach for the. Now I know Naruto has a new final villain or whatever it is, but like, just protecting the village or going on missions, like, it's always easy that way. It can be exciting. It can be its own story, that kind of thing. But I still like the next generation thing. I do still like that. This is war. Why is everyone fighting one-on-one? Because plot, of course. Yeah, exactly. You watch in a box. One of my favorite scenes in the final arc is when Yamamoto changed the battlefield and the grunts got up and started fighting again. It was amazing. Yeah, I did like that. That's adios retro. I saw adios. I see adios. So I'm assuming you're saying bye. See you later. 1 million chance. Are you planning to do anything with those two characters that no one remembers? The ones that appeared in the beginning of the arc but did nothing? You mean Ryunosuke and Shino? Yeah, I do have plans for them. Is Rhino like super behind the chat? No. I'm right here. Look, you can see it popping up. Nice. Glad to hear it, Zeno. Do you need help with the transit? What? But yeah, just with the stuff like that, like, even though I think the first invasion was perfectly fine the way it was, we do have some ideas in which might result in things getting changed. And when I saw those ideas, I was just like, at first I was like, hey, gee, it was fine. We don't need to change that. Like, the first invasion was good. And he was like, how about we do this? And I was like, that does sound really appealing. And a lot of it, because the thing is, Kubo's like, hey, here's the writing of the series. Here we go. Boom. Look. We completely jumped over here, but it's an interesting concept. So you're like, all right, I'll stick with this. Why don't we do this to make it even better? Look, we have some development or transition to that interesting concept instead of boom. So that is some of the purposes and why you might see a lot more things change than perhaps you would expect. But the more things I keep the same, the easier it is for me, because the more reference I have from the manga, blah, 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 like that. But anyway. Ichigo leaving the Soul Palace was cool, though. I liked his cloak. Yeah, well, okay, well, it was cool, but story-wise, we're talking story-wise. Kuba's always been good at making everything look epic, right? Gotta go, attending a funeral. Oh, you're attending Bleach's funeral, I see. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't joke about that. Good luck, have fun, and I hope it's not something too sad. See you later, Isaiah.
Heresy.
Are you done or something? Am I done? What do you mean, am I done? Oh, you mean with the animation? Yeah, I just finished this animation earlier. Take a look. Boop. Ba ba da ba da 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 da. But yeah. Anyway. Ryan, I need help fixing an animation I mentioned to you in on Discord. Do you think you'll have time? Yeah, after the stream. I have returned with a strawberry milkshake. The only captain who acted like a captain at all was Komamura because he commanded his troops in the final arc, protected them, and when he needed to, boasted morale. I agree. Yeah, Komamura was the only one who actually ever did anything. Yeah. And sometimes Kenpachi. Yeah, Dr. Mysterion. Mayuri versus Pernida is in the top 5 fights of the final arc. Fight me over it, but I agree with you, so don't worry about it. Mayuri is always, like, there's always smart stuff when it comes to Mayuri. Kubo knows how to write Mayuri pretty well. Apparently it's one of his favorite characters or whatever like that. I feel like the lieutenants and the Stern Ritter need to at least command these soldiers rather than being fodder for both the Stern Ritter and Shinigami. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I agree with that and definitely have plans for it. Anyway, I think we will agree on a lot of things, everyone. How many people are in here? We're having very interesting conversation. 40 people, that's fine by me. Yeah, I know. But, oh, man. So, what do I talk about? Oh, I should probably get up and stretch my ass. Okay. Talk about some things that I think might be problematic with the plot and series. Probably be a good thing. Probably should be careful with how much I say. But we'll take. Okay, so things like that's why I wanted to know, and I asked the question of what would you guys like to see remaining the same. Really, the first thing that comes to mind, and the only thing that really comes to mind without extreme thinking, is people are going to be really whiny and bitchy and annoying when it comes to romance and ships. But I've asked people, and I'll ask you guys again, if something is developed perfectly, if it's not just for the sake of romance and shipping or whatever, if you see something written well and into the story, who would argue with that? Why would people argue with that? What if like you could get something like I always have to name one on both sides is if you just say have what's an actual example? Okay, say we'll actually jump over. Say in Naruto. Hinata has the Byakugan power or whatever, and with Naruto, in the final villain kind of thing, like say the Higas or whatever her last name is. Higa? Is it? Hinata? I can't remember her last name. Anyway, say if you mix Naruto's clan's powers with her clan's powers, it creates this amazing power or whatever. And to defeat the final villain, they need something of that caliber. So do that, and maybe have it kind of like hint at the final throughout the entire series. Like maybe there's some secret power between them, and you don't find that out till the end. You know, that would be great, right? Hyuga. All right, so yeah, Hyuga, not Hyuga. Ichigo clashing blades with Link, and Link's blade breaks after every hit. Yeah. Does anyone agree that Orihime's love for Ichigo ruined her character in any way? Nope, I do not agree with that. But Nightmare's Edge says, nah, that was her character. Wrong. That's worse. It's not her love for Ichigo that ruined her character. It was the 2D, the 2D-ness of her character. So it's like if you look at, say, a character like what's a good character in Bleach? Urahara. Okay, Urahara. So he's got hold on. Let's have like a little like checklist thing. Let's try and find 5 things that have good character with Urahara, and then we'll go over Orihime. So Urahara brings a sense of mystery and history. So you're interested in his past. You don't know what he's up to. He's interesting. The other thing is he's also kind of a badass. He does a lot of things to help out. He invents things. He does things to he creates plans, and he's also a really good fighter. And he creates interest like that, and you want to see what he can do. You want to see him in action. The other thing is Urahara is very funny. He's a comedic guy. I love the comedy with Urahara. In fact, he's some of my favorite parts. He was my profile picture for a long time. The thing with him being a candy shop owner. He brings out a lot of things from other characters. He teaches characters. He helps train other people. He like adds to the story. And the other thing is he progresses the plot. And that would be the final one, is he progresses the plot. He makes things kind of move forward. He gets shit done, you know. He's a solid character. Now with Orihime, where you might mistake it as Orihime was a bad character because she loved Ichigo. No. And Orihime was obsessed about Ichigo. Arguably no. It was more so she brings a romantic genre into the series, and you want it intrigues you to see if she actually gets together with Ichigo or not, if she gets over it, if she finds someone else, that kind of stuff. All right, good one. Other one, she's very pretty and she's nice. Okay, two. You could also be like Urahara, great character look, design, kind of like that. Orihime. And you get stuck, and you're like, what else did she do? Okay, well, she's got her powers. Well, her powers weren't developed very well. In fact, she stopped using some of her powers, and it wasn't explained why. Well, yes, it was, but like there was nothing that was done with that. It's like, all right, she went to go and train for it. Half a mark. She went to try and train for it, but they kind of threw that away. So she's kind of just a bystander in comparison to solid characters like Urahara or others. So the issue is not that one check mark that she had. That's actually something that adds to her. Think if she didn't like Ichigo, she'd be boring. she would be literally at the same level as someone like Tatsuki. Not saying Tatsuki's a stupid or bad character or a bad person, but there's nothing to them, you know? All right, so let's click back on that chat there. If people accepted canon always, and absolutely, there wouldn't be any shipping in the first place, Ryan. Okay, well. What? What is that? I think there would be no shipping wars, but I wouldn't say that. I was thinking about Askin for good characters, but Askin wasn't around long enough to be called a solid character. But he's very close. Good comment, Kurosane. They have pizza and they're playing rap music in the background. The priest is having a blast and I'm watching retro at my table alone. No. Go interact with them, Isaiah. Go interact with them. Get out of here. What if you watch try and break Ichigo's Bankai, but right before he does, Orihime's Koten Zankeshi coats Ichigo's Bankai? Yeah, like something like that. Or have... No. That would kind of be out of left field. So, you could do something like Orihime's been developing some power, and she doesn't know how to unlock this power or whatever the entire series. She's just like... You see glimpses of it throughout the series. And then in that final fight, when she's helping Ichigo versus Yuach, like you see hints to what maybe her true power could be or something like that. And then during that final fight with Ichigo and Orihime versus Yuach, she's like, "Badoom!" And then she uses that power correctly, and it mixes with Ichigo's, and she protects his Bankai, and she like has her fairies attached to her, like her little hairpins, kind of merge or combine with Ichigo's Bankai sword or whatever like that, or his badge or something like that, and then. No matter how many times Yuach breaks his Bankai, it heals itself, and it like, or it recovers at such a rate that he can't actually break it completely. Like the second he starts getting into it, it's just like, boop, never mind. So it's like his Bankai became Wolverine or something like that. That would have been good, but just cutting all this out, to Kubo is like nothing. Hey, look, I fixed it. No, you gotta go like this. Take steps, you know. But yeah, okay, let's look at how educational my diagram is. Kent, out of context, this looks like nothing. But anyway, yeah. He chooses a future where it breaks on its own. but we're just saying he did break it because he's the one who changed the future. So it's his fault that it broke. So he broke it. I mean, you are right, but it's kind of a nitpick. What was your favorite filler in Bleach, and what's your least favorite? Least favorite is the Princess Lauricchio arc. That sucked. That sucked donkey butts. Favorite would be the Regai arc. Regai arc was on point. That's what I'm saying. She was so underdeveloped. That the only reason she was there in the end was because of her love for Ichigo. Yeah, that's a big problem that I had, and I'm trying to think about what I can get her to do for Ichigo that would be interesting, like something that she could bring to Ichigo's character or something like that, not just for the sake of, I have a crush, because it's been going on for the entire series. Yeah, the way Kupo portrayed her love was wrong. Would also kind of agree with that a little bit. Yeah, or Hime could make a shield and then Ichigo fights without, like, maybe one of Ichigo's swords gets destroyed because Iwatch stole his hollow power, or sorry, Iwatch stole his Quincy power. And then Ichigo only has one sword and he's barely keeping up. He doesn't have enough power anymore. And then so she makes him a shield out of her stuff and he uses the shield that Orihime gave him and he defeats Iwatch. Like, like, come on. Make her important. It's annoying that she wasn't important. Do you think the Almighty has limits? It's definitely going to have limits once I'm done with it, because it's stupid as hell. The Amagai versus Ichigo fight was okay. It was okay, but think about the Kagerosa versus Ichigo fight.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Anyway, does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns on that type of thing? This has been not a very long stream. It's been 2.5 hours, but I'm also getting kind of tired. Have any thoughts on Naruto and Hinata? Actually, I'm not much of a shipper, but I really like the relationship and I think it's cute. It's I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Sakura and Naruto, but when I go on Pinterest sometimes, and because I look on it for art reference, and there's so many cute little comics of Naruto being a dad and funny stuff between his kids and him and Hinata, and just, oh, it's just perfect. It's so cute. But that being said, look, I'm James Hansen. With that being said, it could have been developed. Well, I haven't seen the last movie. So I'm sorry. He probably definitely did it better than Kubo. That's for sure. But I still feel it could have had a little more, development. Yeah, Tensei, that's right. Were you thinking of adding other characters to Inoue and Ichigo's versus Iwatch's fight? That's kind of a spoiler question, but I am messing around with the final fight. I think I'll keep that fight regularly the same, and then when they move through the portal, might be a little different, if you get my mean. The romance in Naruto was such a mess. I'd say the romance between Sakura and Sasuke was a mess. That was bullshit. I like those two together too in the end, but the fact that it ended up that way is just utter ridiculousness. It's stupid. Look, we're talking about ships in Naruto and no one's arguing. It's great. And then there's Bleach. Orihime's abilities all work on the concept of rejecting things. I'm just kidding. I know you meant things. Her attack ability, Koten Zanshin, rejects the fusion of matter. So she pretty much blasts things. AKA, she rejects something being in One Piece. Well, does that mean she can reject Zoro out of One Piece or something like that? But expand on that maybe. Yeah, definitely good idea. Ooh, I like that. Maybe we will try and do something with that. Who is better developed in your opinion, Ryan, Urahara, or Jiraiya? No, don't make me choose that. Those are two of my favorite characters. Jiraiya is I almost like Jiraiya than any character in Bleach. That's not fair. Even though I would rather be Ichigo than I would rather be Jiraiya. But like if I was playing a video game, that's not fair. Urahara is more fun. And it's just, oh, that's not fair. I like them equally, but, like, understand that. I like them equally. But Jiraiya is better developed because you see his motivation. He has a goal, a purpose in life. He dies a hero type of thing. You can see him from start to finish. It's great. Almost every character in Naruto, you see them from childhood to the day they die or the day the story ends. Like it's good that way. That's a good question. Lucky always asks the best questions. Lucky always asks the best questions. How do you plan on handling Grimjow? He was underwhelming in the manga. Do not worry. I will try my best to find a way to make him more fun. Do it now, or Scene gets a tattoo of Logan on her forehead. No. No. Not when Asuma died. No. Although I felt sad. They also stupid. They named the episode in English Asuma Dies. That was the name of the episode. Like what the hell? Jiraiya got his own dedicated death, which like a whole like Naruto, and he brought so much to the series. He brought so much to another character, EI Naruto, and he also and Nagato and like so many and Minato. Like he brought so many people up, right? So Jiraiya did better for his series than Urahara did for Bleach, even though I like them equally.
Bubble buddies for life. I would agree.
I was so sad when Jiraiya died. I wanted to see more stuff, like maybe Heaven Jiraiya, like talking to half-dead Naruto or something like that. I wanted to see more Jiraiya. But it's fine. Are you going to add more details on Ichigo's dual swords? That's kind of a weird question. No. The more details means harder animation. Interesting, though. It's just like that time is the most terrifying thing to hear Naruto. Flashback! Yeah, it's great. But yeah, so... Does anyone have any idea? I'll reach out to you guys. Maybe I won't respond to some things you say. You'll have to understand. But does anyone have any ideas? Because if I'm being honest with you, because, you know, we're kind of friends, aren't we? Yeah, go click an ad. I'm just kidding. But the backlash from me doing changes, and especially doing changes, or sorry, the backlash from me keeping things the same, changing things, adding things, removing things, or like there's going to be a lot of backlash. I'm trying to think about how I'm going to deal with that or handle that, and especially when it comes to near the end of Bleach, when people are expecting some results in the romantic area, that's going to be such hell for me. So I don't, and people usually say, they're like, and I tell them that, and they're like, just, you know what, do what you want and screw them. It's your story, it's your series. Well, a lot of people don't think that way. I love Bleach. It's my favorite series, and so what I want should happen, even though I didn't animate this and know it's my story. Now, everyone has an entitlement to make a request and something like that, but I don't want to upset people at the same time. There's actually friends, when I've talked about plot stuff with friends, they've gotten legitimately mad at me, and we started talking less or whatever after that. It was because, like, people hold this plot stuff so dear to them. So I'm just trying to think about how I can prepare for that, how I can plan for that, because I'm going to make some people so happy, some people, you know, indifferent, like they're going to be like, yeah, I enjoyed it just the same as I enjoyed the manga or whatever. And there's going to be some people who would be like, Retro, please commit suicide at once. But yeah. Dunk, I'll have to look at our messages to remind myself. What did you feel when you first saw Ichigo's dual swords? I was like, okay, cool. I wasn't upset nor happy. Make a story that you like and you will attract the fans that like... Okay, make a story that you like and you will attract fans that like your content. Or that like your content. If you do what every guy in the chat wants, then you will make a story that attracts no one. That is true. It's hard though. If you keep things the same people will be if you keep things the same, people will be expecting, but people may come to love the changes you make for Bleach. Yeah. It'd be more work, but what if you made the ending like the manga, then do a mini 3-minute OVA of an alternate pairing ending? I've considered doing alternate endings, but also, okay, let's say this. You can't exactly please everyone. Yeah, I know. The changes will make it so much more fun. Yeah, that's another thing. Is a random question. Did you ever feel sad or even dare? I say cry in episode. Thank you. Episode thank you? What are you talking about? Yeah, instead of being like, oh, cool, after this, Ichigo's Bankai is going to break. Yeah, another purpose of me changing a whole bunch of things is because you get to enjoy Bleach. Think about this. Just think about this. And I'm going to thank you so much for bringing that up. And I'm going to bring that up in the new video that I'm going to do after the opening is, what if you get to enjoy Bleach again, not only see it animated, not only see it based off the final arc, but now you don't know what's going to happen. Things are going to be different. Some people might die that didn't die before. Some people might live that didn't live before. And although that's kind of hard to do considering almost nobody died. But like just stuff like that. And like you get this sense of, oh, what's he going to do next? What's going to happen next? Like that excitement, that curiosity. I think people would enjoy a lot more, and I know that I would. So I'd like to hear every person watching this stream right now's opinion on that. Emphasize it's an alternate series. Yeah, I originally used to call it the Bleach Alt series, and that's why the server was even called the Bleach Alt series. So I think I need to do some more emphasizing with that again. So thank you for pointing that out, Lion. I'll write that down somewhere. The Roxas, yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, the plot stuff is very finicky, and I know that you've explained it before, but I just want to warn you in not going overboard with changes. I think everything in moderation is fine. I'm not gonna like turn it into a whole different story, like make it like, okay, the final enemy wasn't Yuach, it was actually this French guy that I wrote in. Like, no. Obviously, I guess you guys will just have to trust me. It's really hard too because there's a lot of people that I like, and you're like, you should do this, and I'm like, I don't want to, and then they're like, you should do this, and I'm gonna put our friendship on the line of it, and I'm like, why would you do that? Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Mysterion brings up a good point, and I want to say that. Yeah, I like a lot of your opinions, Dr. Mysterion. I like them. The episode where Ichigo lost his powers. No, I didn't cry or feel sad because I knew what was going to happen, Ruki Renchan. I am supporting to see your project. Thank you.
So demanding, gosh.
You get to see Bleach, and it's as if Bleach has come back, but bigger and better. That's my attitude towards it. And hearing about this type of stuff makes me want to do the project again, because I'll be honest, sometimes I'd be like, I don't even want to do this project anymore. But I really do a lot of forcing myself to keep working on it every day, because this is really hard. But, you know. Ryan, every action you do has a consequence. Whether it's major or minor depends. It just happens, unfortunately. You gotta prosper through the negativity. Yeah. Oh, Bubble Buddy, you're such a good guy. I know that, but legalists and the actual legal agents don't care if it was for the better. Legal agents? Oh, did somebody say that by changing it, I can avoid copyright stuff? I don't see that comment. There are many people here who have not read the manga waiting for the anime and will see your project without knowing what will happen. Yeah, those people are going to be the really great, because they're not going to be like, why didn't you change this, or why'd you change this? Those people are going to be the most fun. Okay, I'll take a look at your question. I might actually end the stream around now. If you have anything you definitely need to ask about, ask it now. Or if you have something you want me to hear or see, say it now, because I'm going to be ending the stream real soon. We've had a great stream. This has been a great stream. It was shorter than usual. We got the clip done. Woohoo! With that clip being done, the opening is actually officially done. Just got to do some editing. So And I got to put the background in, but I can't do that in Flash. So let's celebrate. The opening's done, everyone. Woo! Opening's done. Gonna take some editing, though, so it doesn't look like shite.
Speak now, or forever hold your peace.
We demand that you do things the way you want, while at the same time bending a knee to all of us at once. But don't listen to chat. Do what your heart tells you. As long as we want to. Bobo, that's very well worded. I like that, Bobo. Clap, clap, clap. Or fap, fap. Just kidding. Is Tensei your dad?
Well, either way, I call him Daddy. Hey,
That's Gabe. To be honest, I'm not worried at all what you are changing. So if you ask me, what do you think needs to be done? Thank you so much, Dr. Mysterion. Awesome. So we're going to end this stream in 3 minutes. It is now, the stream has been going on for 2 hours, 47 minutes, and 12 seconds. So we're going to end it on the 2 hour, 50-minute mark.
Welcome to Salty Spittoon. How tough are you?
I was thinking something to say. Ends the stream. Okay. But yeah, I think we did really well. Anyway, I'm gonna play the animation at the end, so you guys can see it. Look at that. Look at that. It's not the best thing in the world, but it sure ain't bad. Boop. 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 And boop. When will the opening be coming out? Are you? All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys, so much. I really appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. I think we'll end it in. We do have a little bit of time left, but no one really has anything to say. So anyway, bye bye. Bye 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 bye.